Kia ora and welcome back and Merry Christmas to you all. Merry Christmas. I'm so excited to be with you today on Christmas Day. And I wanted to wish you the most fantastic time with your friends, with your family, with your loved ones, with whoever you're spending Christmas with. I just want to say have an amazing time. Enjoy this time, this gift of time that you have with each other. Because it's so much more important than presents. Fucking earpiece is coming out. Sorry. It's like, Merry Christmas. Oh, but my earphone's falling out. We're going to be taking a look at Blake, Camila, John, and Gwen in this holiday coach performance. Wait, holiday coach performance from The Voice. Let's see what they're all up to with their vocal techniques, if I can.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos.
Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe, how to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight.
Okay, their vocal qualities are so incredibly different. We have to stop right there and first say, okay, let's go back because I kind of forgot.
Carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos.
So we're getting a lovely lowered larynx sound there from John, but we do know that this is a lovely part of his range. He is able to sing much higher, but that's kind of bringing on that lowered larynx, almost like that bit of opera sound actually. And a little bit Nat King Cole as well, and that kind of sound is brought on by that lovely cry sound with that Yuletide carols being sung by a choir. And that choir is kind of what's sounding to me very original, like jazzy sound. And you're going to create that by actually overdoing it. So I love to get singers to say, you know what, pretend to like make fun of his voice a little. And then you're really going to get that idea of that cry coming into the sound. Because that cry needs to be really overdone in order to help you create that really jazzy sound. It might sound a bit too much in the beginning, but as you get used to it, it will become easier for you. Right, let's have a look at Camila.
Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe.
Okay, so we all know that Camila's got much more of that, really, and I'm not making fun of her. I'm just trying to say that this is just what a higher larynx sounds like in my voice. But she's got a lovely high sound with that everybody knows, and she's kind of got that really like cry sound going on there as well, and that little bit of that constriction with that everybody knows that turkey. And she's going to that lovely breathy sound with opening the vocal folds as she's going further up in the range.
How to make the season bright.
And then bright. I mean, I don't know what, I literally the second time hearing that, right? So I want you to think about, it's about like really tensing the back of your tongue. And I like to think about that you're making fun of the sound a little bit. Again, I'm not making fun of Camila herself. I'm just saying that when you are creating these sounds, you kind of almost need to put on a character voice. With the tongue constriction coupled with the higher larynx, you're going to get that Yuletide carol being sung by a choir with that L sound in there. So that's if you're just wanting to try and copy her sound. I'm not saying, I mean, it's like completely far away from where I would sing this song, but it sounds beautiful anyway. And I love the way in which she's using her mouth shapes in order to shape the vowels. Take a look.
Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh, and every mother's child is gonna spy.
Oh, isn't she fantastic? I love, this is just like the perfect example of how we have one instrument, 4 different sounds, right? And then you've got Gwen coming in with that slightly nasalized sound, that slightly lowered larynx position. But again, a little bit of that tightening of that tongue. They know that Santa's on his way. Now, again, I'm not making fun of these sounds. I'm just saying that if this is what you would like to do with like really copying them, I'm just trying to tell you what's happening in order to create the sound. Now, well, I'm not a doctor. I don't have the camera down there. Like, that's the only way we would really be able to know. She's also got a little bit of that tongue tension as well going on that at the root of the tongue. Probably, it sounds like it. And with a slightly lowered larynx position where they say that Santa's on his way. I mean, that's really overdoing it, right? I mean, she's a much finer singer than what I am trying to explain right now. But she goes quite quiet.
They know that
Santa's on his way. Now that's telling my ears that there's, and like, holy shit, I'm not telling Gwen to change anything. But what that sounds to me is there's like a little bit too much tension as she's going further up in the range. And then that's what happens when you get too much tension. Santa's on his way. So I'm sure she could hit that in a full voice sound. This is just her style. That little bit too much of tightening is really taking the volume out of the top of that sound. So if you are someone who's struggling to go further up in the range, which, you know, I have to admit is pretty much the way I make my money, is trying to help people go further up in the range. I want you to think about releasing those muscles within the head and within the throat. And you can do that by simply, one of the exercises is simply turning your head and seeing how you get on with that. Let's have a look at Blake.
and every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly.
And so I'm offering a simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you.
Love Blake's voice. You can really see there, though, that his tongue is coming. You know, this is so cool. As I say, 4 different voice qualities, amazing. You can see there that the tip of the tongue is just coming back a little bit. You can see it, many ways. So if I was to keep the tip of the tongue against the teeth, many ways, that would be the way that I would sing it maybe. But if you're going to do it like Blake, many ways, just to show you actually that that country sound, and we know that Blake Shelton is a country singer, a lot of it is to do with the bunching up of the tongue, which is why the tongue is so important, so much more important than you and I ever thought before, thanks to the research of the fabulous Carrie O'Bear. Check out the free singing lesson available, though, in the description, where I help you get a handle on your tongue.
been said many times, many ways. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to
What a fantastic example of the fact that you have four wonderful singers on stage and it's not a competition. Because I have to tell you this, like, little secret from me to you, it's not always about the high notes. That isn't a show of skill. Skill in singing is about being able to sing a really simple song, like that song's actually just called the Christmas song. It's about singing a simple or a seemingly simple song and still being able to color it, make it your own, change the style, change the feeling, but get across the message of the song. And that is often way harder than singing a song with crazy fireworks. Have a fabulous Christmas. Enjoy yourselves. I'm so excited for what is to come. Have an awesome rest of your day, and I can't wait to see you all in the next week in the lead up to New Year's as well. But let's first enjoy today. Have an awesome rest of your day. Ka kite anō, and Merry Christmas.